welcome to Movie Reedviews with me, Cody Reed. Now this review is for Inside Out, the new Pixar Disney film. It's directed by Pete Docter, who's done some other Pixar films, and it stars these voices: Amy Poehler, Phyllis Smith, Bill Hader, Mindy Kaling, and Louis Black. Inside Out's story really focuses on an 11-year-old girl named Riley who loves her family, they get along great, but they move to San Francisco, so it's this big life-altering event in her life, and it really messes with her world and she has to learn to adjust. And although that's the story, the actual movie mostly takes place in Riley's mind, and how she deals with these different emotions: joy, sadness, anger, fear, disgust. And quick side note, the actor and actresses who voice these characters, these emotions, they're perfect for it. You have Amy Poehler, who's this bubbly, kind of, joyful person, and so she plays joy. And then you have these other people, Mindy Kaling as disgust, Louis Black as anger, that's perfect. Bill Hader as fear, and then Phyllis Smith as sadness. And sadness actually might be my favorite because it was just such of a downer character, but it was supposed to be. So that's it for the plot, because I don't want to ruin anything else. So much thought was put into this movie, and the way that the story goes, it really makes you think and feel, but really stay focused and, stay connected with these characters. When I say a lot of thought was put into the movie, I mean the way that things connect. The similes, the metaphors, the symbolism, and the way, they construct the mind in their own Pixar view of it. It's really great to watch and see all these different metaphors and symbolism for our minds and our lives. Now the mind, compared to the brain, it's not an exact science. So Pixar wanted this basically to seem how it really could be, in our Pixar way, this is really how the mind could work, how these things could connect. And also, the movie has a great use of color, so you have a contrast between a family dinner where she's really feeling sad and it's kind of like a low point in the movie, with her and her family. So you have this use of color contrasted with this, all these different lands in her mind and these different places, and so that's what I mean by it has a great use of color. I could really see why they chose a tween girl's mind to be the main part of this movie, because you'll have joy and sadness. These are the main emotions in the movie, but then you also have those side emotions, those side characters of anger, fear, and disgust, and it's a really good mix between the two, and they kind of separate into two groups, but you get to see all those different emotions. And the movie overall is really short, simple, and sweet. It's classic Pixar from those older Pixar movies, and actually this one especially is more for parents, I think, than kids. I mean, kids will like the colors and the characters, but there's a lot of deeper understanding and deeper meanings for things that parents will really enjoy and probably really connect to. And of course there's a little short film at the beginning, Lava. I thought it was great. It has a catchy song and a good message, and so look for that as well. Now, if you're on the fence about this movie, if you like the classic Pixar movies like I mentioned, the great stories, the great characters, I think this will be right down your alley. Or, weird to say, if you liked Inception, just the parts that were more about the mind and maybe exploring that a little bit farther, even if it is fiction. That's kind of what this reminded me of, but more of a family-friendly version. But like I mentioned, I think it's for the whole family, and I think everyone will have a kick out of it. First time ever, 5 out of 5 stars. I didn't really see any big weaknesses in the movie, any big ways that it had any flaws or that it could be better. It was really a lot of fun. You got the feels right there in the heart, and I'd love to see more sequels of this nature, so 5 out of 5. I'd love to hear what you guys thought of the movie. Make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel though, so you can get these updates on my other reviews, but like and comment on this video. Let's start a discussion. Speaking of which, send me some emails as well, moviereedviews@gmail.com. Thanks so much for watching this movie Reedview.
Hi there, Mickey Mouse here. Pluto, I gotta tell you, Inside Out was such a great movie. I'd give it 10 out of 10 giggles.